Imagine standing in the bustling airport terminal, your boarding pass scanned, and your carry-on luggage smoothly rolling along the conveyor belt. You feel confident, certain you've packed everything according to the rules. But then, suddenly, a loud beep pierces the background noise. A flashing red light catches your eye, and a TSA officer steps forward, asking you to step aside. Your stomach tightens with anxiety as the officer begins rummaging through your carefully packed bag. What's going wrong? You thought you followed all the rules, but in 2025, TSA's new AI-powered security scanners and stricter regulations are catching even the most experienced travelers off guard. Items that were once allowed are now banned. Gray areas have vanished, and a strict zero-tolerance policy means no second chances. One small mistake, one overlooked detail, and you might lose expensive gadgets, face extra screening, or even miss your flight altogether. This new TSA reality is shaking up the way millions travel. If you've never been caught unaware, consider yourself lucky. Thousands of people each day are finding out the hard way that the rules have changed. TSA's AI scanners are more powerful and unforgiving than ever, capable of analyzing every item in your bag with incredible precision. Even seemingly innocent products can now trigger alarms. So what's different in 2025? Why are these new rules causing such a headache? And more importantly, how can you protect yourself from becoming one of the many travelers who lose money, time, and peace of mind at airport security? First, let's explore the game-changing bans and restrictions that TSA has introduced. One of the biggest surprises is the crackdown on smart luggage. These innovative suitcases have become increasingly popular, boasting built-in chargers, GPS tracking, and motorized wheels that follow you through the terminal. While smart luggage promises convenience and tech-savvy travel, TSA has drawn a hard line. If your suitcase contains a non-removable battery, it is no longer allowed in carry-on luggage, even if the battery is powered off or unused. That means many smart bags that travelers have invested hundreds or even thousands of dollars in are suddenly being pulled aside, forced to be checked, or confiscated entirely. This change has blindsided many people, especially those who weren't aware that the battery needed to be removable. If you plan to travel with smart luggage, check your bag specifications carefully. If the battery can't be removed, expect to check your bag and face potential delays. Next up are power banks, those lifesavers that keep our devices charged when outlets are nowhere to be found. Unfortunately, TSA's restrictions have tightened significantly in 2025. Any power bank exceeding 27,000 milliamp hours is now strictly banned from carry-ons. While this limit might seem generous, many high-capacity power banks, wireless chargers, and even some wireless headphones don't clearly display wattage or capacity labels. TSA officers are increasingly confiscating these gadgets on the spot if they suspect they violate the rules. Imagine purchasing the latest tech before your trip, only to have it taken away minutes before your flight. It's a frustrating and costly experience that's becoming all too common. To avoid this, make sure your devices have clear labels and meet TSA's wattage limits before packing them. Duty-free shopping, a once reliable perk of airport travel, is also feeling the impact of new TSA policies. Previously, travelers could buy sealed bottles of alcohol, perfumes, and other liquids duty-free and pass through security without issue. In 2025, however, some airports are enforcing much stricter liquid restrictions, even on duty-free purchases. Depending on your itinerary and layover airports, this can become a tricky minefield. For example, buying a bottle of perfume or a mini liquor bottle at one airport might seem perfectly fine until you try to bring it through security in a connecting airport with tighter regulations. Some travelers have lost expensive duty-free items due to these inconsistencies. The key? Double-check the liquid policies at all airports on your route, especially international connections. Even the food you bring along is now under scrutiny. TSA's AI scanners are so sophisticated that dense items like solid chocolate bars, large cheese blocks, and protein powders are triggering alarms. This is because the scanners analyze density and sometimes confuse dense foods with explosives or other prohibited materials. This change has caught many off guard, as snacks that were once harmless are now flagged as security risks. To prevent delays, pack these dense foods in a separate bin during screening. Doing so signals to TSA officers that you're aware of the rules and can help speed up the process. Another unexpected area of increased scrutiny in 2025 involves medical devices. Devices like insulin pumps, EpiPens, and CPAP machines are now under heightened inspection. Without proper documentation, such as a doctor's note and manufacturer information, TSA officers may detain or confiscate these essential items for extra screening. This creates not only inconvenience, but also potential health risks for travelers relying on these devices. Always carry supporting medical paperwork and inform TSA agents up front when you have medical equipment. This preparation can make the difference between smooth passage and a stressful delay. Now, let's talk about the common mistakes travelers keep making despite all these changes. Mistake number 1. Assuming TSA Pre-Check means you're exempt from all carry-on restrictions. TSA Pre-Check is a huge time saver, allowing you to keep your shoes, belt, and laptop in place during screening. However, the restrictions on liquids, batteries, and banned items remain unchanged. Many travelers have lost expensive gadgets simply because they believe Pre-Check gave them special privileges. Always double-check item restrictions, regardless of your screening lane. Mistake number 2 involves the one-bag rule for electronics. It's no longer enough to toss your laptop, tablet, and camera into your carry-on and breeze through. TSA's updated protocols require travelers to remove all large electronics and place them in separate bins. Not just laptops anymore, but also gaming consoles, DSLR cameras, medical devices, and large power banks. If you're unprepared, you'll end up wasting precious time unpacking your bag at the checkpoint, holding up the line for everyone else. Keep your electronics in an easily accessible pouch or case to avoid these hassles. Mistake number 3. Ignoring the random screening factor. TSA officers have the authority to pull aside any traveler and inspect any item, even if it's not on the banned list. Their judgment calls are final. You can't argue or appeal at the checkpoint. This has led to many travelers losing valuable camera gear, personal care products, and medications simply because an officer wasn't sure about the item. If you're carrying anything unusual or valuable, be prepared to explain what it is, why you need it, and show receipts or manufacturer information if possible. Mistake number 4 involves what you wear through security. It might sound trivial, but clothing can significantly affect how quickly you move through TSA. Bulky layers, heavy jewelry, belts with large buckles, steel-toed boots, and even underwire bras can trigger scanners, leading to extra screening. Some airports have even introduced rules requiring travelers to remove hoodies and baggy sweatpants. Wearing simple, metal-free clothing and slip-on shoes is one of the easiest ways to speed up security checks. Despite these challenges, there are some clever TSA-proof hacks that can save you time, money, and headaches. One popular trick is the empty bottle hack. Since TSA bans liquids over 3.4 ounces, many travelers are forced to toss out bottled water. But TSA does not ban empty containers. Bring an empty, reusable water bottle, clear security, then refill it at a water station past security. This simple trick keeps you hydrated and saves you from overpriced airport drinks. Another game changer is scanning your bag before you leave for the airport. There's a free app called Bag Scanner that lets you preview your carry-on contents through TSA's eyes. By snapping a photo, the app flags items that might get you pulled for extra screening. Think of it as a personal TSA pre-check from your phone, giving you a chance to rearrange or remove suspicious items ahead of time. Finally, many major airlines have their own security checkpoints, which often have shorter lines than the main TSA lanes. Airports like LAX, JFK, and Atlanta offer these alternate screening lanes. Flying with a major carrier? Check if they provide access to these faster lanes. You could save 30 minutes or more on busy travel days. And here's the ultimate trick. If you need to bring restricted items, like large liquids, medical devices, or sharp tools, you can legally pack them in your checked baggage. Or, if you must carry them on, declare them to TSA before screening. Some automatically flagged items can be approved if you're upfront and transparent with the agents. The bottom line? TSA rules in 2025 have raised the stakes. Travelers who don't keep up risk losing expensive items, missing flights, and facing hours of frustrating delays. But armed with knowledge, preparation, and a few insider hacks, you can navigate airport security like a pro, saving time, money, and stress. Stay informed by regularly checking TSA.gov, downloading the TSA app, and always packing thoughtfully. Your next trip can be smooth and hassle-free. It all starts with being ready.